Today we're making a beautiful flower using recycled paper.
For today's craft, you are going to need some scissors, some sort of stick. You can see this one is just a stir stick for a warm beverage, but you could use like an actual twig from outside. You could use a pencil. You could use a skinny dowel, whatever you have. You could probably even use a pipe cleaner, some glue, and a magazine or just one page out of a magazine. So grab your supplies and let's get started. The first thing I want to do is pick a page from my magazine. And what I'm looking for is just something with color on it. Actually, this is quite nice. Doesn't have to be both sides, just one side of the page. I like these colors. So you just flip through and you would find a page where you liked the colors. Ooh, this is quite nice with the brighter colors, or this one here. Okay, once you choose the page that you want, you are going to rip that out. And we're going to take that page. I want the side that I like the color on to be on the top. So I like the blues, but I don't want that to be the main color of my flower. So these are the colors I really like. I'm going to put that on my top of my workspace like this. And then I'm going to go to the bottom and fold up. So I'm long side left to right, short side top to bottom. I'm going to the bottom and I'm folding to the top. I'm going to fold that down. Then I'm going to go, keeping it down, I'm going to go back to the top here and I'm going to fold that down to the bottom. Once I have that folded down to the bottom, I'm going to put some glue here and I'm going to glue that down. Then I'm going to lift it up, flip it over, and do the same thing. I'm going to go to the top and fold it down to the bottom, and I'm going to glue that. I find having this long piece is too much, so I'm actually going to cut some of it off. Usually I just take my hand and put my wrist on the bottom here, go all the way up to where my fingers end, and that's where I fold over and cut it off. So there's no exact measurement, you're just going to cut some of that off. I want to go to the folded part. So this is where it's folded, and this is where I glued it. So I want to go to the folded part, and I'm going to turn that towards me. So with the folded part, that's where I'm going to do my cutting today. And I'm going to be cutting about 1 centimeter. So I'm going to be cutting every centimeter. So that's about a finger space. That's why I'm putting my finger down. But I also want to leave a finger space up here where I haven't cut. So if you need to take a pencil and draw lines and then a line up here so you don't cut, go ahead. That might help you. Just remember this is the folded part, and I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut, leaving a little bit at the top, about a finger space, and then I'm going to cut again about 1 centimeter each time, leaving a finger space each time. Just watch you don't cut your fingers here, all the way across. Now, if you made a mistake, don't worry. You can always just get another piece of paper and try this again. But when you're done, you'll have all these little flaps. They'll all be the folded ones. You're going to go to the top here where you did not cut, and you are going to put a bunch of glue. So right at the top there, you're going to put a bunch of glue. Don't worry if you made a mistake. Sometimes people think that they're the only ones that made the mistake and they feel badly, but trust me, I have made so many mistakes. I actually made a mistake making this flower the first couple times. So mistakes are how we learn. I'm going to take my stick. Now whatever you have, a pencil or a twig from outside, you're going to put it right on the end here. So remember, we put glue all the way across, put a fair amount. So here, I'll just add a little bit more. And this is when you're going to put it right on the end, and you're going to gently roll and then just push every time because you want it to stick. This is the tricky part where I find you have to go a little bit slower, just rolling and pushing because you want it to stick. I do find I have to lift it up to help me do this, pushing down as I go each time. So just roll the whole thing. And when you get to the end, You want to roll and make sure it sticks down. Now, if you don't have enough glue there, you just add glue at the end. Just holding it down so it sticks. And then here you can just gently pull at your beautiful little petals. You can see all the colors that are coming out from the magazine. Just pull gently, you don't want to rip them. You'll discover which way they naturally want to go down. Okay. Now, if you find here you're having a hard time getting it to stick, you can either add a little bit more glue or you could actually just tape around. So depending on how sturdy that is, you can just take some tape and tape around. I think mine's fine, but you might need to. I have had to in the past. And there you go. You have one. Here I use different colors. There's another one. I can make a variety and put them in a little jar, or I can just hand them like this. You could even color this green if you would like to. I hope you enjoyed this craft. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.